Just hours from now, House members in Congress set to attend a closed-door briefing on Afghanistan.
This, as we learned, CIA Director William Burns met with the guy screen left right there, met with the Taliban's leader in Kabul yesterday. The highest level face-to-face encounter between the Taliban and the Biden administration since militants seized Kabul.
And by the way, the CIA was the one that arrested him 11 years ago and made sure he got jail time, which was 8 years, but we sprung him. Members of the House Intel Committee, including Congressman Brad Wenstrup, who's an officer in the military, attended their first in-brief briefing yesterday and joined us now. Brad, was it pure politics, or were you guys actually getting to the bottom of what happened and whose decision it was to mess this thing up?
Well, you asked the right questions there, Brian. Certainly I'm not going to discuss classified information in this setting, but I will tell you that I really left with more questions than I had answers. And let's look at why and why we still have questions. You know, the president said that there was always going to be chaos. You can't help chaos. And I can understand that to a degree. But you're definitely going to have chaos when things are done in the reverse order. Mm-hmm. And especially when you do it during the fighting season, when the Taliban is at its greatest strength. Maybe that's why Tony Blair called the whole thing imbecilic. You know, the proper procedure is you get your U.S. citizens out, you get your SIVs and the people that you made promises to, you get them out, you get your assets out. The last thing you do is get your troops out. So I want to know who made decisions like, let's close Bagram. You know, where was the conversation on that? Was there something in the intelligence community that said that that was a good idea? Did that come from our military leadership, or was that a lone decision by the President of the United States? Does the President of the United States really believe that Al-Qaeda and ISIS are not present in Afghanistan? We really would like to know, is that the information he's getting? Because we hear to the contrary. Or is that just something that he decided was saying? And also, I want to know right now, does this administration recognize the Taliban as a legitimate government? And now we have the head of the CIA over there, and I read about that this morning.
Would he be able to change their mind? Because the Taliban warned us, if we extend the deadline, they said it will provoke a reaction.
You know, it's interesting because I believe this is a deadline that was set by the president.
Yes.
And so now it's one being set by the Taliban. They are now dictating to us, at least that's how it would appear. Actually, what I would hope that the CIA director, as he's over there speaking now, would say, you harm one American, you interrupt this process, even if we go longer, you will pay a price like you've never paid before. That's the only way to talk to these people. But if you go in and you put them in control, they are going to manage that their way, and that's not the way America is supposed to work in this situation.
Right. Well, let's hope that the CIA director is negotiating moving the deadline so that we can get more people out.
Absolutely.
But Congressman, I don't know why you're so upset, because according to the White House yesterday, no Americans are stranded over there.
Well, that's not what's happening according to what's going on in our offices, in our districts. We are getting calls from people left and right, not only concerning the interpreters and people like that people served with and now are stranded, but about American people. And if they are taking their passports and holding them up, aren't they actually hostages at this point? That seems to be, right, by the reporting, what is taking place. And so, you know, I guess maybe when you've spent the last couple years of your political career being able to say anything and have it accepted by the mainstream media, you think you can continue that. But I can tell you, we're seeing more bipartisan support and anger over what is taking place.
I hope so. Colonel, real quick, we have to be able to empower our men and women to go outside Kabul airport, yes, and get our people. They're doing it. Some choppers are going out there, got about 300. Maybe there's more, but let's just make it apparent. Let's do what the British are doing, the French are doing, and we got to be able to go past Kabul. If that didn't come up in this conversation, then we're wasting our time. Then they are hostages in Kandahar, and in Mazar-e-Sharif and other places.
American military personnel can do great things. You just have to let them do it. And so far, it seems like they're being told you can't do these types of things. You know, I really wonder what 9/11 2021 is going to look like. Are Americans going to feel that they are more safe from terror than they were 1 year ago or even 20 years ago?
Great question.
Yeah, thank you for your service too, Colonel in the Army Reserves.
Thank you, Congressman.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.